Younger Brian had no direction in his life. So naturally, he did what felt fun and pleasurable. He'd buy a pack of 5 chocolate bars and eat all of them in one day. He'd eat McDonald's a lot, and his typical order was a large meal and 5 cheeseburgers. Yes, 5. Usually paired with a large Coke full of sugar, of course. He'd jack off. He would go to bed at 4 AM, but he knew deep down that something wasn't quite right. Like he was meant to do more with his life. But he never bothered to write his thoughts down because he was afraid of what demons he'd find in there. And he didn't really want to turn his game off for 5 minutes. So I've been feeling a little bit of mental turmoil recently. And that turmoil started because I had felt like I had completed a layer of purpose in my life. I had grown my first YouTube channel to over 100,000 subscribers, and I'd released my first product on there, which did pretty well. And much like 3 years ago, I once again felt that feeling that there was something more out there for me. The book, The Way of the Superior Man, talks a lot about purpose. And it says that we have layers of purpose. And whenever you complete one of your layers of purpose, you're going to feel some of that mental turmoil. So once again, much like 3 years ago, I had this feeling that there was something out there, something more for me to find. I said a few videos ago that my new purpose was to truly master myself and to build a strong network. And I still want to do that, but something still didn't feel quite right. So I decided to do another journaling practice, and I'm really glad I did. So I asked myself the classic question: what was I drawn to as a child? And as hard as I tried, I sat there for about 20 minutes. All I could think of was games. I loved playing games. And I really wanted to dismiss this answer and look elsewhere because I really didn't think there was anything in it. But something in me wanted to probe just a little bit further. So I decided to ask myself, what games did I like? And I came to the conclusion that whilst I did like a lot of games and I played a ton of different games during my gaming career, my favourite games and the ones that I was always drawn to the most always had a massive scale to them where you felt like you were part of something big. Those games usually had battles with hundreds if not thousands of people in one place at a time. And I had the most fun in those games when I was part of a large fleet or raid and we all achieved a massive goal together. So then I probed further. What did I actually like about being a part of these large groups? Well, I always enjoyed the feeling that the group leaders created, and I always wanted to be one day. Shit. I want to be a leader. This purpose might evolve a little bit more for all I know, but right now that feels pretty good to me. I feel like I'm finally on the path that I'm supposed to be on. It's been about a week since I've done that journaling practice, and since then I've felt 100% peace of mind, which is always a good sign. And it just goes to show you that no matter what you achieve, no matter where you get in your life, following your purpose is always the true way to being fulfilled. So I guess a lesson you can take from this video is that when you journal to try to find your mission, your true calling in life, make sure that you don't dismiss anything that you write. A lot of people say to look for what you were always drawn to as a child, but I always dismiss that question because all I had as a child was a video game addiction. But if you're the same as me, there's actually a lot you can find out from that. And another thing I learned is that if you think you've found your purpose, but it still doesn't feel quite right, keep looking. Because when you do find your true purpose, your actual next calling in life, you're going to feel 100% at peace with it. So, what happens now? Well, what better person is there to lead than the person that was much like me 3 years ago? Stuck in that hell, not even knowing how deep of a hole they were in. There's nobody I know better than younger me. And no matter what stage you're at, whether you're still in that hell or whether you've already started to improve yourself, I will become the best leader I can possibly be for you. So that one day, not too long from now, when you achieve your goals, you can stand alongside me, jacked, with a successful business, with no bad habits, living wherever you want to live and doing whatever you want to do with your time. I might not have $100 million and a private jet, but what I do have is relatability. I know what it's like to look in the mirror and slowly see tits growing right in front of your eyes because you keep eating all this shit and you can't stop. I know what it's like to play games, watch porn, and eat chocolate bars all day and then go to sleep at 4 AM and feel absolutely fucking disgusting. I actually asked my girlfriend today to tell me a bit more about my younger self so that I can understand him more and help him. And she reminded me that I used to make my dinner in silver mixing bowls because apparently a normal bowl just wasn't big enough. now. Think about it. I am sacrificing the progress on my 100,000 subscriber YouTube channel by doing this. I could be putting 100% of my focus on that and slowly stacking up my income, but I've chose to focus less on that other business and focus more on this instead, because this is so important to me. By doing this, I'm sacrificing the money I could be earning and essentially starting from scratch. And I will sell something on this channel at some point, of course I will. I also want to make money. I have the same goals as you do. I want to retire my family one day. But hopefully you can see that it's more than just money making me pursue this. So, why don't you start alongside me? Start your business, start posting content, make that first video. I'm pretty much starting this channel from scratch. And I will prove to you that it's possible, because when this channel pops off, and it might be in a month, it might be in a year, it might be longer than that for all I care, I will have shown you that it's not luck. I would have built both types of channels, an entertainment channel and an educational channel, and monetized both successfully. So then there will be no excuses anymore, and you will know that when I tell you to keep going, to not give up, that online business is a process of elimination, and if you keep going, you will eventually succeed, that it's all true. As a welcome bonus, it will also help me, because I'm accountable to you now. So next time I think about skipping the gym, I'm gonna think twice about stealing my own gains. So brother, that's all from me today, and I will see you in the next video.